Eli Racks, El Jefé Mr Glass Half full, the revival.
I have a question. You saw how popular she got, what she did for the game. I don't know how much nil money she's bringing in because the game still has a lot of catching up to do in that way. But she's got commercials. She's got shit going on. Do you think it's in her best interest to stay, win a championship if she can, or go to the WNBA and risk, is she going to bring that popularity right to that game? That's like the question. Because it's going to be there waiting for her either way.
And that's a good question, because that's the one thing I was thinking about. Is like, okay, you're leaving college where you're probably making a whole lot more than the WNBA.
And they love her. She is it. Like
she's that, and I think she'll be the star, and he'll transition well in the WNBA as well. But it's just like, man, you're making so much money while you can stay another year, do what you got to do. But I can also see this other side, right? Because if she stays there at college and plays at that level and then gets hurt, God forbid, right? Then her WNBA and continuing her career would kind of be a little, right? Be a little iffy as far as the future. So I say, go do your thing. You still have your endorsements and accessories. She's only going to help the game as far as, contract, as far as more sponsorship coming to the game. So it's only going to help, right? So I think her presence alone is prime picking right now to get to the WNBA for not just for her, but for future players. I think she's right there. She's going to sacrifice right now, but I think for the future and the betterment of that particular league, she's going to set it up perfectly for somebody else coming in behind her, in my opinion.
I do wonder, like, is it better for the game of women's basketball if she stays in college and is this figure, this or she goes kind of like, I don't know, for me, you get lost in the shuffle in the WNBA. Like, it's not as big of a story. I feel like her being at Iowa and the tournament and everything, like that story. I never heard more about women's basketball until this past couple of weeks. So, like, is it better for the game? And, she's going to be making NIL money. She's going to be fine. She's going to make it off her likeness. She's going to be fine. She's doing well. And even, God forbid, if she got hurt, she's still going to go to the NBA. She's still young enough. WNBA, she's going to be good. So I think she should go for the Natty, grow the game some more, and then your next stage is there. Your next chapter will be there next year, personally. But I don't know what her financial situation is.
I know she just lost in back-to-back finals, right?
Right.
She lost to LSU last year,
absolutely,
and an undefeated South Carolina team. So like she's right there. A lot of people think
gotta be chopping
to reach that status. You need that championship, but Iowa is not getting the same. I mean, they might if she stays another year. They might. So I mean, I feel like it's great for the game. They just broke viewership records. The women's tournament drew in more than the men's. That's all because of her. So I feel like her popularity is actually might be better served coming back to college for one more year. She can't really go wrong. She's locked in number one pick if she decides to do that. So like in nil, if she makes $75,000 or whatever, I think that's like the minimum in the WNBA, and I'm sure it's much more for the top overall pick. But like, I don't know. Are you going to watch a WNBA game because she's there? I might catch some highlights, but I never had to watch a women's game like I did this year.
Yes, it was must-see TV.
Exactly.
I see your point.
Yeah,
I see your point.
And like her winning one in Iowa would kind of like full circle complete her story.
Right. Now
she can go to the next chapter. I think it would be cool to have her back. But
actually, Darius put up a good point. Do you want to be going to Indiana? Or I guess you're in Iowa, so it's like she doesn't really care about playing in obscurity.
Oh, but that's true. You already know who has the top pick.
Yeah. So it's like maybe if I stick around one more year,
I might get a different city.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I won't be stuck in the Midwest, and we'll see.
No, listen. As far as her, man, like I said, I think it can only help her. As far as that's concerned.